These anime shows are not for the faint of heart, and got some of the darkest, and most cold-blooded characters in anime. This list is all about the edgy dark protags and their powers/abilities/personalities, so enjoy these top 10 anime, where the MC is dark, and super overpowered. So before we begin, remember to subscribe if you have not yet, and press that bell icon to stay updated of all the new content we are creating, and beware for the following spoilers. 10. Code Breaker Ray is such a notorious character when it comes to badass monsters that can pulverize you on spot, without batting an eyelid, and when it comes to his powers or code, they complement him better than PBJ sandwiches. His code, that he lives by, is simple: an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and evil for evil. Simply put, he'll erase evil with his own hands. And I meant it when I said erase. His blue flames are so powerful they don't even leave a mark of a body being burned. It's like it erased them from existence altogether. The series is fun to watch and I love it so much. It isn't a masterpiece or anything, but it's just too good to see Ray executing his justice on evildoers. Number 9. Devil Survivor 2. The animation in this series: the world is being attacked by invaders from outer space, and the only way for humans to battle them is by entering a contract with a demon, and becoming devil users. In a way it's like Digimon, but much darker and with cooler looking monsters. The main character, while going to the subway, is caught in the middle of a battle between demons, and in the aftermath he gains the ability to control demons along with Io and Daida. He is pretty powerful, to say the least, and joins the J-Peace organization, trying to save the world from the invasion before it's too late. This show is a race against time with lots of suspense and battles, so go out and check it out. I am sure you'll like it. Number 8. Kuromukuro. When it comes to a large cast of characters, almost every time the character development will be trash, and lots of the characters will be left out or forgotten, serving no purpose at all, and being in the anime since the start. However, in this show even the cameraman, which served a minor purpose, is necessary, and has a role to play in the bigger picture. The story isn't that original, but the samurai from a different era coming to ours. However, what was interesting is that the one who awakened him looked exactly like the prince as he failed to protect, and coincidentally from the same exact enemy, the aliens. This time he'll ride into his mecha and won't fail in protecting his princess. Like last time, he'll fight on and keep on fighting until he is sure no one can harm Yokai. The series might not be the best mecha out there, but it sure does have a good story and pacing. If you like that kind of stuff, by all means be my guest and watch this show. Number 7. Fate/Apocrypha. As we all know, Apocrypha is kind of the black sheep when it comes to the Fate series for it being good, but not as good as UBW. The thing with Apocrypha was that it needed more episodes and more details spent into its characters, their stories and motives. One of those characters is the homunculi, later the strongest monster in the Holy Grail of War, Sieg, and yes, he is named Sieg after Siegfried, since he got his heart from him as a homunculus. He had one task, which is to obey orders and do as his creators bid. However, later on, he develops consciousness and strives in the Grail War for one single thing: freeing his brethren trapped in that organization, and showing them that even homunculi can live freely. The Apocrypha series had a wide cast of characters with 7 servants and masters, on each side of the spectrum, duking it out for the Holy Grail. As a Fate fan, I love this series and enjoy it so much, but UBW is still the GOAT. Number 6. Hakinden, 8 Dogs of the East. 2013, town set ablaze and flames engulfed the village of the MC and his 2 friends under the impression that a virus eradicated all life left in there. 3 survivors cling to life harder than a dog, munching on a juicy piece of meat that won't let go, and in that moment an individual shrouded in mystery with a sword in his hand appeared and saved them, and that sword was none other than Murasamate, the cursed sword, and said to curse its wielder, driving him to an early grave. Why the fire started, who are those free individuals, and why the church wants to sword so bad, figure it all out in this series. Number 5. Nararajan no Mago, by day a thing and by night another. No, this isn't Shrek. This is the definition of the life of Rico Nura. He even has 2 forms that he dons in different times. During the day, he takes the shape of a normal human that goes to high school, while in the night, he is the heir to the Nura clan and guardian of all Yokai beasts in the city. His hidden life takes weight in him, though he makes his life pretty hard, with conflict arising on every corner and his friends, Yokai and human, put in danger. he has to strive beyond the limits of the two worlds, and fight to protect everyone around him. Number 4, Inuyashiki Last Hero. Bang! If you see a black-haired guy, imitating holding a gun or machine gun, run the hell away from him as fast as you can, unless you want to become the human equivalent of French cheese, and become riddled with holes. Inuyashiki is a story of two different people fused with alien cyborg technology and gaining powers. Thanks to it, one uses it for good and helping others, while the other one hero, the main antagonist of the story, uses it to kill and slaughter, and steal just in order to see and experiment. If you will be able to feel anything at all, two different sides of the same coin are bound to meet and battle it. In this epic series, the story is compelling as well as a merciless killing, but most importantly the unforgettable character Inuyashiki went out to be. That is why you must watch this series and give me your opinion of it in the comments, if you already have. Number 3, Jormungand. Koko Hekimashir might seem to the normal passerby as a cold-hearted antisocial person. Don't be fooled by her looks, she is far worse than that. There is a thin line between genius and insanity. In Koko's case both are fused together into one. She is smart, and collected, makes the most intricate of plans, and is the most wanted criminal and most dangerous one by the CIA. She created a well-synced team and all working together like the gears of a clock in unison, in order, giving everyone roles they are most suited for. Koko is prepared to do whatever it takes in using whatever means necessary to reach your goal, even if it includes some innocent lives lost in the process, then so be it. Number 2. Kizumonogatari 1, Taketsu Hin. What better way to go dark than with vampires, and that literally stay in the dark, can't go into the light of the sun, unless they are craving barbecue. This changes everything. Araragi Koyomi is the MC of this series, and he is your simple run-of-the-mill student with one catch. Though he has some vampiric remnant powers in him, he can heal so incredibly fast. He starts to question his own mortality and lifespan, as well as his eyes glowing red when angered, and night vision. His powers might seem cliché and boring, but the show is anything but. It is actually interesting and intriguing with a thick plot and lots of hidden content, with things being not what they seem like. Trust me, you gotta watch this series, it is a cult classic after all. Number 1, Psychopath. Honestly, this anime reminds me of Minority Report and Metal Gear Rising for two different reasons that I'll explain now. If you guys don't know, Minority Report is a movie that has a system close to that of Psychopath. Foresee crime and stop it before it happens. However, it doesn't consist of bare brains hooked into a system acting as processors. This takes us to the Metal Gear Rising similarity. If anyone played the game, you know what I mean, with the room filled with brains being programmed. And the sheer gruesomeness of this show is reminiscent of Metal Gear and Gantz as well. The main character is a good soldier that does what he's asked to do, no questions asked. What is it he does? He tests each incorporate psychopaths, and if it succeeds the normal limits, he uses his special gun to blow them up, like a balloon, with their inside splattering everywhere on everything. Fun, right? This show, from what I already said,